lizard, 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 lizard.
I can't talk right now. I'm making piss. Boop boop. Hi. Hello. Hello, Chad. Hello. Hello. Alright. Earlier stream today, because I got some obligations later on in the day I have to get ready for. So, I'm going to go for as long as I can. Maybe about 3-4 hours, but, I want to play some more of this. We need to get some more money, so we need to do more side quests. We're gonna end the day. A new vendor is about. Oh, my last. Oh, I reached 1, so now I can talk to. What's his face? Blah 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 blah. Sorry. Yeah. We need to talk to the provost. I understand. You've proven useful to the Magisterium. Very good. If you want to buy from us, you can talk to me. We have a few items that might be of interest to a swordsmith. Come back during the day when I'm not busy. Right now, I have paperwork to do. Okay, cool. Does Nimrith have anything new? Nope. Okay. Cool. We unlocked a new vendor. Neato burrito. A letter arrives at your forge. You recognize the seal and an exquisitely neat handwriting. This is another missive from St. Marigold's College. Oh, open the envelope. I've heard much about you, Smith. Nimrith tells me you can be relied upon. Pay me a visit sometime. I have a proposition for you. My office is at the top of the South Spire. Pray, don't keep me waiting. Kind regards, Vieira Raval, esteemed Magister of the Aaron Keep Branch, Keeper of the Corpus, Custodian of Letters, and the 7th Consul of the Magisterium. Oh. Oh, the Magister. Oh, fuck. A letter from the Magister herself. This kind of thing never happened at the tannery. Fold the paper and slip it into a drawer. Your work for the Magisterium hasn't gone unnoticed, it seems. Interesting. Neat. Okay. Gaslin, you got anything to say? Oh, sorry. I'm still a little on edge. Stay sharp. The Watch are going to keep a closer eye on us from now on. Believe me, I'm aware. I'm just glad we both got out of there alive. His hand brushes over the scabbed wound where his ear used to be. He shudders. How's your ear? He brushes back his mop of hair, showing you the bloody scab where his ear used to be. It's healing up. Not infected, thank the fates. I wish my mind could recover as quick as my body. I have trouble getting to sleep now, even after a hard day's work, and when I do sleep... God damn it. My mind heals too, Caswin. It just takes more time. In my experience, scars on the soul have a bad habit of tearing back open. Oi. I'm glad you're back safely. A part of me thought I'd never see you again after they pushed you into that wagon. Okay. We gotta pet the dog. We gotta feed him. Oh, pet him. You can pat the dog, chat. You can pet him. fed him good. Let's see. Let's take a look at our new... So he sells silver as his main. Interesting. The provost's office joins the library, his desk swamped with papers and scrolls. There's a nip to the air. The stone walls emanate a clammy chill that seeps into your bones. Come in, come in. Do you know Tessin Felber? I can't say I've ever heard of the man. What's your name? Trouvain de Letta, at your service. Have you heard anything about missing orphans? I've heard some nasty rumors, but I pay them no mind. We have grander questions to ponder here. Rumors? I'm no gossiping housewife. Here to proffer your ghoulish speculations, but yes, orphans are going missing, plucked from their beds, never to return. Probably being sold off to cater to some wealthy merchant's disgusting predilections. But I know nothing for certain, and a few missing children are the least of my concerns. We're trying to save this world here, Smith. Don't you want a world worth saving? If the Magisterium were to investigate this matter, we'd risk upsetting the apple cart. Depending on how high this goes, we could lose influence or risk getting exiled from Keep altogether. You know how many children died in the years of Ash? Enough to stack corpses to the tip of the high citadel 10 times over. A few more isn't going to make a difference at this juncture. You fucking piece of shit. Okay. Jesus. Lots of engravings. We're gonna buy that. Cool. Some Keon blocks. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so stuffed up today. Provost retrieves the key from his desk and shuffles over to the storeroom. The door creaks open and reviews stacks of books, maps, and assorted miscellany. Okay. Goodbye. Pleasure, I'm sure. Peers at the papers on his desk and notices mistakes. Swearing like a sailor, he inches over and starts meticulously shaving away the ink with a small blade. You slip away. I should buy some more steel. That crow was just the latest in a long line of assassins to make an attempt on the masked king. He's been shot with crossbow bolts, stabbed, poisoned. Every time he shrugs it off. Wonder why the damn fool thought his sword would do the trick. Wow. Let's get up to 70. We're good on wood. We're good on leather for now. Let's see here. Delilah from the Crows. Hinrus. Crows. Ooh, question mark. And 133. Oh. No. Because that's one of the... Well... we could do it. It would be fairly easy. We're gonna lose 20 steel though. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. This one, I believe, would be worth it. Speed, mobility, sharpness, one-handed, regular point. More rep, good pay, silver, and good steel. Yeah, we'll do this one. It's interesting that, like, when you first start, that it starts all the way zoomed out. Very first one of the game. This one needs speed and mobility. So we're going to have to make it fairly thin and a little wide, I believe. Or not. No. Okay. Let's narrow it up a little bit. And then can we taper the width? like that. And let's give it a... It wants a regular point. So we're getting there with the speed. Let's give it a fuller. That should help out a bit with the weight. Okay, now balance. Oh, hang on. Make it shiny. I need a shiny sword. Nice. Okay, we're gonna need some keyon blocks. And he wants it to be one-handed. That's better. How far can we go on one-handed? Okay. Now I need some counterbalance. The weight. Too much. Maybe far too much. There we go. Dead center. That's pretty dope. That's a good sword. Nice and shiny, nice and fast. Sharper than they needed it to be. Yeah. Yeah. We'll call it, Lion's Tongue. There you go, Delilah. Okay. Came out pretty decent. 10 steel, not bad. Okay. Let us scrap that, one of those. Okay. We're at 424. Got back up to 83 steel. Not too shabby. Nice. Nice. 69 wood. Nice. Okay, let's end the day. Wait, do we need to talk to any of the other merchants? I don't think so. I need to get some more money because I want to get the side quest from the den done. Okay, we got to go back to Marigor's College and talk to the letter person that we got. What is... Somebody just texted me. What am I getting told here? Okay. Climb the Magister's office in the South Spire. Even sat at her desk, Vieira Ravel projects an aura of power and competence. Her eyes gleam like steel as she assesses you, but then she smiles, stowing away the daggers in her gaze. She got the cool wooden glasses. Welcome, Swordsmith. Sit down. Have a cup of tea. Her every word is a whip crack. She gestures at a small iron pot over the fireplace. Yes, ma'am. Tea is strong to the point of being overbrewed, balanced on the edge of bitterness. Judging by her office, Vieira Ravel is a woman obsessed with mechanical marvels. Clocks were a rare luxury even before the long dusk, but the walls here are covered with them, in all shapes and sizes. Pendulums swing and gears click in an endless mechanical chorus. Each is set to a slightly different time. What's up, kitty? You look confused. Nimrith tells me you've proven most useful. That's good. I like useful people. You know anything about missing orphans? She sips her tea, her gaze unwavering. No, never heard of such a thing. Are you the Magister? Indeed. I direct the Magisterium here at Marigor's College. Can I have access to the Corpus Celestis? Alas, I cannot grant you that honor. Not yet. Why are all these clocks set to different times? She points to a grandfather clock with dancing cherubs carved into its mahogany case. Orlin. She points to a circular clock above the fireplace. Karev. She continues pointing, one clock after another. Hallowed, Nara, Hytha, Leviathan's End, and of course, Aaron Keep. Many clocks from many places. Are you keeping track of geographic variations in time? Yes! A deduction, Smith. And there's a reason the clocks are so maddeningly out of time with one another. Since the songs ended, time itself has fractured. Oh, fuck. Somebody fucked up bad. If time is fucked, then somebody really fucked up bad. North, south, east, west. It doesn't matter. Travel far enough and you slip out of sync with the world you left behind. You could cross a bridge at midday and step into midnight. There are many things we don't understand about the Sundering, but this captivates me most. How did the songs keep time tame? How can we fix a broken world? For years I've tried to solve this riddle by studying the divergences. What if there's a point of origin? Like ripples spreading from a stone dropped in water, if we could find it. She pauses, shaking her head. So far, I haven't found a pattern, but my studies are ongoing. Sometimes I close my eyes and listen to the ticking, and I think I can hear something, on the edge of silence. She's quiet for a time. The ticking of clocks fills the room. Questions about the Magisterium? Ask away. How does one reach the rank of Magister? Be in the right place at the right time. The right place was Therabon by the ocean, where the Magisterium was rebuilt from the ashes of the voices left behind. The right time was immediately after the Sundering. Those days were so chaotic. It was easy to rise to the top if you had luck, cleverness, and ambition. So you became a Magister in the early chaotic days. Then you know how to keep your fucking feet underneath you. That's right. I was one of the first Magisters to be appointed by the Council of Three. We were the Council of Three. The leaders of the Magisterium, although their grasp is failing. They trust too much in ancient tomes and not enough in the evidence of their own eyes. I told them as much, hence my reassignment to Aaron Keep. What are the Magisterium's goals? To discover why our world is approaching its end, and if possible, to reverse the current course. Tell me more about Therabon by the ocean. Once there was a city, a haven for scholars, home to the largest university in the world. It was called Therabon. I grew up there, studied there, raised a family there. Uh-oh. The Sundering unleashed a tide of wild magic across the world. One of the strangest effects that was what happened to Therabon. The original city vanished in an explosion of magical energy, leaving only a crater. When the dust cleared, there were two cities, hundreds of miles apart. Neither stood where the original had, yet both matched the original in every architectural detail. Oh, fuck. Therabon by the ocean, my home, and Therabon in the mists, its reclusive twin. Ah. I wanted to ask about Therabon. By the silent, I miss that city. Aaron Keep is like a hamlet in comparison. How can a city be in two places at once? That's the question, isn't it? Wild magic is the glib answer, but it doesn't explain much. Were Therabon's citizens also duplicated, or just the architecture? We don't know. Therabon in the Mist is isolated in a swirling veil of fog. Oh, God. You didn't go? A few travelers have broken through. They come back claiming that its citizens are normal folk like you or I, but no one from the Magisterium has ever breached the mist. After the Sundering, Theraban by the ocean threw open its gates. We accepted refugees from across the world and tried our best to recover the knowledge lost in the Cataclysm. Theraban in the Mist, by contrast, shut its gates and sealed itself in an impenetrable wall of fog. In the early days, I tried to visit there myself to learn its secrets. So pretty impenetrable, huh? Very astute, Smith. I was younger, more adventurous, and I gathered a group of fellow scholars to investigate the phenomenon. As we approached, the mist rolled over us, swallowing us like minnows entering the belly of the ocean. We rode back and forth, lost in that endless gray void. Our compasses were useless, needles spinning in place. Occasionally, glimpses of familiar buildings appeared through the fog, but then they'd vanish. I don't know how long we were lost. Long enough to exhaust our rations and start on the horses. When we finally emerged under a clear blue sky, we were back where we started. Holy shit. Why did you send for me? Nimrith told me how you've helped her. It struck me there was more you could do on our behalf. The Magisterium will be duly grateful, of course. I'd be happy to help. You're familiar with my current headache, of course. The burning of the paper mill, the corpse we discovered within, and this dagger, apparently from Orlin. The guards at the outer gate maintained records of all people and weapons allowed into Air and Keep over the last few years. I want you to check their ledgers and see if this Orline dagger was registered, and to whom. Be discreet. Outer gate, dagger, be discreet. Seems simple enough. Good luck. Farewell, then. Interesting. Ooh. Whoa, Clodo can bring me shit. Okay. How's the ear? It's healing up. Not infected, thank the fates. I wish my mind could recover as quickly as my body. I have trouble getting to sleep now, even after a hard day's work, and when I do sleep... I'm sorry. This was my fault. Don't apologize. The Marshal ordered this, not you. Ugh. Anything new? Nope. Clodo! Feed the dog. Fed the dog. Okay. Bleh. Let's see. Yamo. Liamo. Jason. 131. Heinrich. Well, this one is easy. Suspiciously so. Okay. So, medium long, leather, saddle brown, one-handed, narrow point, strongly curved. Done. Finally, a rich guy that wants something easy. Okay, cool. Can do pretty much whatever I want with this sword. Let's do that. Let's do taper thickness. Let's once a narrow point. And then I curve the hell out of it. Hi, kitty. Hi. Hi. Who's a baby? Are you a baby? Meow meow. Alright. Let's curve it the other way for once. Really curving the hell out of it. Because I can. How much can I curve it? Can I turn it into a fucking ring? Apparently. Okay. Sure. All right. Okay. Cross section. Single-sided. And convex. And side fullers. Okay. Polish the hell out of it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Do like that. And then like that. And then one of those. Yeah, we don't. We'll put one mark on it. Boop. Okay. Steel. Like that. How much gold would this use? 3. Yeah, let's leave it steel. He wants saddle brown handle on it. Okay. Well, we made a moon blade. There we go. Enjoy your boomerang. Okay. All right. That's fun. Liamo. 3 sharpness. Medium length. Smith's companion. One-handed narrow point. Okay. 76, 4, and 1. Okay. Sure. You want a moonblade too? Those are the shop specialty now, I guess. Apparently I can make them. Okay. Alright. Width. Okay, maybe a little more. There we go. Taper width. I want to try something. Okay. Eh. And then one more. Okay. And then we do a point. Okay. I'm gonna taper the thickness of the big chonker. Okay. And then cross section. And then we're gonna do fuller as long as we can. There. And then I'm gonna narrow it up a little bit. There we go. And then what else can we do? Polish it. Maybe like 50%. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's see here. Big ol' honking cross on it. What else? What else? Let's give it... I really like the twisteds. Nope. Not what I meant to do. Tagonal pair. Like that. That's pretty sweet. Maybe one of these. Yeah. And it's so strong we gotta put some bolts through it. It's a real strong sword. You're not gonna be disappointed in this, baby. You need some bolts to hold it in place. It's a real strong sword. You need some bolts. It's so strong. You don't even know. You don't even know, friend. Such a strong sword, these bolts gotta go into nothing. Hold back its aura. I give it one of them. Why not? And then maybe give it some frickin' crazy runes here. want that. Maybe, maybe, maybe some just crazy frickin' runes going on here. I don't know what they say. I don't know what they say. They just look badass. Give me that one. And one of these guys. And then one of these guys. And then one of them. Yeah, right through it. Yeah. Crazy frickin' runes going on here. There we go. And then, yeah. We'll call this is the enemy drinker. An enemy drinker. He drinks your enemies. He pulps them up and then drinks them. Yeah. We gotta make these bits on bobs on shiny though, don't we? I mean, come on. It's gotta be frickin' shiny, man. It's gotta be all metal. The whole thing's gotta be metal. Ugh. Big man's eyes flicker over the blade. He grunts with satisfaction, drops the bag coins, and you're waiting ball. Enemy drinker. It drinks your enemies. Ugh. Okay. We'll scrap this. Because that's a bunch of steel. We could go to the next day. Let's see. We're not gonna go to the den yet. I would like to at least have like $750 before I do the den. We'll go to let's go to the Citadel Square, because I feel like I might catch some stuff that I haven't done yet. I want at least one more day before I go to the den, because I feel like I can do a couple things there. Pieces return to the Citadel Square in the wake of the Sentinel riots, but it's an uneasy peace. The crowds are quieter, the guards more alert. Many stalls have yet to reopen, their torn awnings fluttering in the breeze. Let's buy some food at the market. I am now well fed for a day. Look at the Citadel gate. Guards on the steps are not your typical city watch. The watch patrols the streets and man the walls, wear battered breastplates and ragged cloaks. The men guarding the Citadel are knights. Their full plate gleams in the sun. Their cloaks are of rich red velvet. Their display more plumage than an exotic bird. Their swords, to your expert eye, are of the highest quality. Let's go talk to Lucas. Lucas sits outside the Fallen Doe, deep in conversation. How can I help you, my friend? Have you heard about children vanishing from the orphanage? Yes, as a matter of fact, a most troubling rumor. Unfortunately, in this city, we live in the Mask King's shadow. The City Watch do not seem interested in investigating these disappearances. Prying too closely could be dangerous. Switch the topic to personal matters. What do you need? Alright, goodbye. Enter the High Citadel. That's new. You stroll up to the Citadel gate with all the confidence you can muster. Before you can open your mouth, one of the knights draws his sword a quarter length. Steel gleams in the setting sun. Halt, citizen. Entry to the High Citadel is reserved for the noble houses and their guests. How do I get invited to the Citadel? I am not here to provide advice, citizen. Take yourself elsewhere before I draw steel. What if I made it worth your while? Save your bribes for the City Watch. The knights of the Citadel cannot be bought like swine at the market. Goodbye. Go to the wagons. The wagons are spike-wheeled and armor-plated, drawn by jet black horses and monstrous thighs. Each bears the same emblem, an armored fist clutching a bushel of golden wheat. Porters in brown uniforms unload the wagons, stacking crates before the citadel gate. Stern-faced guards watch over proceedings, crossbows cradled in their arms. Chat to a porter. One porter sets down his crate, wiping sweat from his brow. After a lifetime of heavy lifting, his arms are like tree trunks, but he has kind eyes. Can't talk long. Lots of work left before sunset. What's about the, emblem? That's a symbol of my masters, the Houndsburg League. Ah. They manage almost all trade in and out of Erin Keep. If you meet a merchant who doesn't work for the League, you're dealing with either a criminal or a fish too small for the shark to take notice. Huh. You know anything about the Traveler who tells stories? Ask me, his stories have about as much truth to them as a fish's feathers. I've asked the caravan guards, and they never see him on the road. He's in this square all the time, spouting nonsense. Any idea what happened to Thesson? No, never talked much. Or anything about children going missing? Porter's eyes nearly bulged from his head. No, nothing of the sort. Mass King is most generous to be taking those poor orphans in from the waste. Now, excuse me, I've got boxes to move. He turns away from you and resumes stacking crates. This conversation, it seems, is over. The sun has slipped below the horizon. Curfew draws near. The city watch swing their bells and shout at citizens to make their way home. Evening air grows chill and the warmth of home beckons. Interesting. Glodo found some tools. Good boy. Good boy, good boy. Hell yeah. How's Caswin doing? How's your ear? Okay. Osco with the crows has a 10. How is my rep with the crows? I'm almost a rank 2. Joven. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, a new book. Ooh. And this will get me close to what I need. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this one. So medium speed, medium length, medium weight, 2 speed, 2 sharpness, stiffness. So we need to be thicker. Hand and a half, narrow point. Oh, okay. This is doable. I want to keep it on the lower end of the blade length. I don't want it like there-ish. A little more. There we go. Let's taper the width a bit. And then gonna want to make it a little bit wider. Okay. Let's give it decent fuller. That'll help out with the weight. And then let's give it its narrow point. And then let's make it a little wider. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay. There we go. Speed. Okay. Okay. Let's see about make this a hand and a half. And then go back to thickness. Okay. If we put a nice fat pommel on it. So close. Okay, we're gonna do... Ah! There we go. Let me polish this guy without affecting it too much. Yeah. Okay. Calling this... call it horse. I'm a horse. What's wrong with you? Good luck, Joven. Horse. Oh, sir, I don't like it. Applications of reason. What did that give me? Spurn, turn, divided, helmet. Wow. Cool. And 5 more. Nice. Anyone else? Okay, a rich guy that wants some engravings. Okay. Like, seriously, every time, nothing about stats, I could just hand him this. There you go. There's your brick. Like, I could just... do da do da dum de dim dum de dee da dum de da da. There you go. Is that what you wanted? Just a hexagon? You just want a hexagon? We can do that. You can just have a hexagon. Okay. You get a hexagon. I hope you're happy. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna make it stupid. You want a regular point on it? Sure. Yeah, there you go. You get this. You get a freaking sword spear. You know, let's taper the thickness. That's what you get. You get a sword spear. You know? It's gonna be the heaviest goddamn sword. Let's give it sure, let's give it a fuller. Why not? Wait, hang on. Fuller. It's gonna be the full length of the blade. Or nearly the full length of the blade. Here you go. Dumbest fucking sword. Yep. And it's gonna be shiny as fuck. They said this sword was all the rage in the other country. Big old stupid freaking. There you go. You get that. And yeah, sure. You get one of these. And then you get one of these. And then you get one of these. And then you get one of these. Okay. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What else do you get? You get you get one of these. Yep. And then you know what? This isn't quite right. We need to no, that's fine. And then you get one of these. Alright. Alright. No. It looks off. You get you get one of these. Yep. And then you also get some of these. Yeah. Yeah. You get some nails in there. Yeah. You get a couple of those in there for you. You get some nails. Free nails with every sword. Can't be all the same length though. Some of them have to be a little shorter. Hey, I gotta use what I have, man. Gotta use what I have. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's good. That's a good sword. Now, can I... do what I need to here? Let's see here. This one. And then... this one. And then, this one. And then, and then there you go. Oh, don't worry, I'll gild that for you. I'll gild that up for you. There you go. There you go. There's your sword. Oh wait. I almost forgot. You need leather. You need some butt ass. You gotta look cool, man. You gotta look cool. That's the sword to make you look cool. Here. There's the name in French. Golible. Oh. Sorry. Needs one more unique engraving. I'm sorry. There you go. Oh, your blade is not sharp? Really? 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 Okay. Alright. Fine. There you go. Yeah, you can't even read it. That's fine. I want a sword. You want it sharp? I don't care. Okay. Fine. We have 909. We'll salvage these. Okay, end the day. Now we're gonna go fund an expedition that probably won't pay out. Okay, back to the den. Okay, see the Carolinas. I'm still looking for someone to fund my expedition. I'll use 500 thalers, and I'll keep the Mysterium's full 1,000 thaler reward once I'm back. How about it? Do we have a deal? Here you go, I guess. Just make sure you get back in one piece. Carolinius' eyes bulge as you slide the lac of silver across the table. He looks for a moment like he might kiss you, but fortunately reconsiders. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wondrous day. You won't regret this, I promise. He rushes over the crows, his prior shyness completely forgotten, and heaves the sack of silver up onto the bar. With excited hand gestures, he begins explaining his mission. The silver has the anticipated reaction. The crows sit up and listen attentively. One of the crows pulls a hand-drawn map from a knapsack, and Carolinus leans over it with a quill, marking possible routes. Leave them to it. Hopefully they'll make it back alive, for both the sake of your conscience and your coin purse. Let's go to the card table. These guards seem to have just left their posts. They're still wearing most of their armor, though their breastplates lie discarded nearby. The smell of stale sweat is overpowering. As you approach, they place their cards face up on the table. One of them grunts in dismay and coins cross palms. They don't look up as you approach. If you wished, you could stick to the shadows and eavesdrop on their conversation. Let's eavesdrop.
I'm telling you, there's trouble brewing. Have you seen the slogans daubed on the alley walls down in Merkside? Down with the Masked King. Burn the Citadel. I've never seen the like.
Just kids trying to get a reaction. You know how kids are.
No, this feels like something bigger. Much bigger.
You're being paranoid as usual. Everyone knows that the Masked King keeps us safe from the madness beyond our walls, and without him we'd be dust and ashes. Maybe a few rabble-rousers kick up a fuss now and then, but it'll blow over. Seen it 100 times before. You place their cards face up on the table. The sturdy guard curses.
Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? I'll win again. It's getting embarrassing now. Let's join their game. Take a seat at the table. After swapping a sidelong glance, the guards deal you in.
You ever played a hand of fate?
Sure.
Glad to hear it. How much are you betting?
I got 30 thalers to blow.
Oh, big spender. I'm going to
Big spender.
regret this.
Guards match your bet. A glittering heap sits at the center of the table, ripe for the taking. Glance at your cards. Based on your experience, you estimate your hand's strength. It's an extremely bad hand. You're not sure this game can be salvaged. Observe the sturdy guard's reaction. The guard is slumped back in his chair, a sour look on his face. A bluff? A tell? You can't be sure. Observe the slender guard's reaction. He returns your gaze with a cold smile. One of his hands is clenched into a fist. Can't be sure if he's bluffing or not. I bet if I check, I lose. I bet if I raise, I lose. So we'll just check. You check, leaving the bet as it is. The guards follow suit. The game continues as more cards are drawn from the deck and placed on the table. Finally, it's time to show your hand. Reveal your cards. Your breath catches in your throat as you lay your cards face up on the table. Slender guard lays his cards down too and curses as he realizes he's beaten him. Sturdy guard tosses cards down, shaking his head and reaching for his beer. You've beaten them both and won the pot. Woohoo! Yeah, tough luck. The coins make a sweet jingling music as you sweep them into your purse. $60.
Well, I'll take that as a sign as I need to go home. My wife's probably wondering where I am.
Praying to the lost voices that you'll stay away longer, more like. The guards silently gather up their armor and make their way outside, laughing and jostling one another. Sick.
What'll it be? A mug of the reliable, or are you after something with a touch more bite?
What's the reliable?
Tepin's reliable. Can be relied on to get you drunk at a low, low cost. I think there's a certain charm to the flavor, too.
Give me a pint. Decorative yellowish liquid slides before you. One sip reveals that it somehow manages to taste like both water and vinegar at the same time. I have some questions.
Ask away, I got nowhere else to be right now.
Can I put up a poster? Barkeep shrugs.
Don't see why not.
Fix a poster. Ooh, cool. Do you serve any food?
We got 2 kinds of stew, rich and lean.
One of the crows overhears this and leans towards you with a grin. What Solomon means is your stew can be lumpy or watery. Lumpy costs more. There's nothing else on the menu?
This place is more of a watering hole, friend. If you want grub, I recommend the steady stay.
Give me the lumpy stew. Place some coins on the bar along with the ration token. The barkeep sweeps them up, then drops a bowl of thick brown liquid in front of you. Lumps of gristle bob unappetizingly in the mixture. Tastes better than it looks, and it takes care of your hunger. Nice. That bear head, is it real?
I don't know. Are you real?
I think so.
I only ask because apparently some people have trouble trusting the evidence of their own 2 eyes.
An enigmatic smile, he turns away and starts reordering the bottles on the shelf. Okay. The hour is late. Clang the bell. Go home. Cool. There's so much in this game. For an early access, there's so much. I got 12 points. Clodo! There you go. Good boy. Good doggy. How you doing, Kazwin? How's the year? Okay. I got some money to spend. Ivor has some stuff. Some Neokions. Curious about these. Blocks and heads. Be 300 altogether. We'll take... I mean, sure, we'll take all 3. Bum, bum. Cool.
Shame about Marwin. Knew he was mad, but didn't figure the boy's stupid. Pity, we've almost convinced Dreg Kazak to come out of retirement and face him. That would have been a fight for the ages.
Interesting. See ya. Interesting. Okay, so I got 3 new books. And I got 116 left, so that's good. I should buy some more steel real quick. I'm getting low. We'll go down to 70. Yeah, that's a good place to stop. Let's see who's on the docket. Magisterium. I'm at rank 1 with both. Close to getting something from the crows, but I don't have any crow customers. Vila. A young scholar shuffles into your forge, her robes and ink-stained fingers portraying her as an acolyte of the Magisterium. She clutches a leather satchel protectively by her side. Good morning, Smith. I'm not sure how to ask this. I've never needed a sword before. But I work the night shift at the scriptorium, and the streets between the college and my lodgings are not the friendliest after dark. I've been robbed at knife point twice already. Okay, so you want a short sword. 14 steel. You pay me 88 bucks. All right, sure. I'll take your order. Make you a short sword. Okay. A little more. A little more. There we go. Sharpness. You want this fucker sharp then. And let's make it a little wider. And we'll taper the width. And we'll give you a regular point on it. And then yeah. Be sharp as hell. Let's add a fuller. Okay. And polish the hell out of it. And then what else? What else should we do with this sword? We can curve it a little. Make it nice and impressive. Yeah. Hilt. I want more guards. We don't have a whole lot of options for the guards. It's the only thing that kind of gets to me. Let's see here. Ooh, these are fun. Kind of look like horns. Cool. That's cool. I like that. What else can we do here? It'll make it kind of fun. Okay. Let's see here. Wants it one-handed. What do we got? Got the twisted handle. Eastern grip. Let's give you a nice like that. Oh, you want the white though. And then we wrap those up, and that up, and that up. And give you one more thing to make it look badass. We gotta make it look badass, like a badass lives here. Alright. There you go. This'll scare him off. Look at the ivory crown. There you go. I was worried it'd be too heavy to hold. Maybe those evenings at the scriptorium have strengthened my wrist. Thank you, Smith. Knowledge preserve you.
Oh, it looks pretty fearsome, alright. All that leather will get cut off real quick, but it's fine.
Sick. Okay. Who else? Yago wants something. Wants it sharp. Okay. Sure. A man who strolls into your forge is small of stature, but clearly geared for combat. He has a sword at his hip and a dagger holster across his chest. Greetings again, Smith. I am in dire need of a new blade. It's been far too long since I felt a fresh hilt in my grip. Okay. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Let's start off by tapering. Okay. Width. Point. Okay. Cross section. We're going to like that. And make it wider. And I want to give it a nice fuller. Yeah. Okay. And then give it a little bit of polish here. Maybe one more. Yeah, 48%. I like that. Okay. That's good. And then what kind of hilt? What kind of a guard do we want on it? Guess this guy. Let's curve it way up on him. And then on subduing beasts, huh? What else do we have that has that? Okay, so we can do one of the pommels with that. We don't need to do oval? No. Yeah, sure. Oval grip. We'll give him the crown pommel. And maybe we put something on the crown, a little point on there for him. Yeah, there we go. That's classy. It's a classy sword. It's a very classy sword. And, maybe a green wrap. Moss green wrap. Nice. It's a nice sword. It's a very nice sword. There you go, Yako. Cool. Wunderbar. There's a sword, alright. Alright. Look at all them books I got. Okay. I'm almost up a level. Okay, well, end the day. Look at all this extra space we haven't gone into at all. Let's go see if we can dig up some records. Why not?
The Elsa Gate.
Haven't been here in a while. Maybe a little drink. In the camp, the outer gate was a barrier to all hope, surrounded by a swirl of chaos and simmering violence. Now it's a comforting bulwark separating you from the desperate world outside. The occasional shout or plea carries over the walls, quickly swallowed by the bustling sounds of city life. Knock on the door. Guard appears, eyes narrow beneath his iron helmet.
Gate's closed. Come back later.
I'm not here to pass through the gates. I'd like to examine your records.
Or whose authority?
You dare question me? I'm here by the director or the marshal. Fuck that guy. Guard hesitates, but doesn't step aside.
Prove it.
Let's see here. Flash your worker's permit quickly. No, he'd be able to catch that. He's probably seen those before. Check your morning orders. The marshal specifically mentioned I'd be reviewing records today. He said
no such thing. What do you think I am, a fool? Get out of here.
Shame. I was going to offer serious compensation for your time. The guard hesitates.
Oh, aye? Oh, what kind of compensation are we talking?
200 thalers for your time. Not so bad, eh?
Not worth it. If the marshal finds out, he'll tie my hide and have them insulted.
Alright, 50 thalers. That's all you're getting.
Bah! I wouldn't kiss my own wife for that kind of money.
Door slammed shut. 250 thalers is the price. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Hey, Clodo. It's a good boy. Okay. At least I didn't lose any money. Dervin. Holy shit. Long blade, super heavy, sharpness, stiffness, hand and a half, narrow point.
I need a sword. Now. Everything I have. Make it count.
Man pushes through your door. He's dressed in full traveling leathers. His heavy steps seem to shake dust from the rafters. Holy shit. Where are you headed in such a hurry?
The far mines.
His jaw works like he's chewing stones. I bet he fucking eats stones.
The court sent my daughter there. Theft, they said. She's never stole anything in her life.
How long is her sentence?
10 years, but who knows if she'll survive that long. She's but a slip of a girl. The mines devour prisoners like a toad devours ants. If we make it out, we disappear into the wastes. We become crows on the wind. Better than the alternative, I reckon.
Guards at the mine are well armed and numerous.
I know. I trained
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Somebody fucked up.
I spent 10 years in the Mass King's service. Now he's everything they taught me to rob them of one prisoner.
What kind of blade do you need, sir?
Something with weight behind it. I'm not as fast as I used to be, but I'm plenty strong.
Done. Okay. Alright. We're making a huge, awful, ugly, horrendous, mean sword. How big can I make this sword? Okay. Hi, kitty. Taper the width a bit. Taper the thickness. Okay. Thickness. Back here we're at 1.8. Back down here we're at 0.59. 1.58. That's pretty good. Okay. We're gonna do taper width again. I like this effect. And then let's do a giant fuller to about there. Nice and wide. And then like that. And then two more fullers. And then doesn't need to be super polished. Let's do a point. Okay. What kind of guard? I guess this one will do. But let's do maybe if we just did something like that instead. Maybe not. Maybe let's do that first. Not enough resources. I don't have enough steel. Shit. I have to buy more steel. Like that. And then, like that. And then, like that. And then, like that. Yeah. Oh! Ooh. Hang on. We got something going here. Alright, 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 alright. Alright, alright. What else we got? What else we got going on here? Okay, so that's what that's going on here. Ooh. Hang on. Is there a little... Okay. Alright, alright. Oh, that's fun. I like that. Got some little points on there for him. Maybe we do one of these. No, those aren't going to be big enough. Nope. There we go. Something like that. Okay, I need to get 6 more steel real quick. And a little bit of leather, so we'll leave real quick. Quell, hi. I need to buy some steel. I gotta finish this sword for this absolute bastard of a human. I think that's what we're gonna call this. This is gonna be the absolute bastard.
And
Do anything fun with this? Do some rings here. Can't make that look somewhat decent. Like that. That's not bad. Not terrible. Boy, I would hate to cross this guy. Dervin hefts the blade, feeling its weight. He brings it up in guard position, shifts to a thrust and a cut.
good steel.
Straps the sword to his belt. His movements are automatic, muscle memory from a decade of service.
3 days ride to the mine. 4 if the weather turns.
What will you do if you succeed?
Rathea and me will be gone, a pair of crows, trading my sword on for shelter and food. We'll never set foot in the keep again. It won't be easy, but it's a better fate than what awaits her in the far mines, and at least we'll be together.
Red old horse is waiting in the street outside your forge, nose deep in a trough. Dervin hoists himself in the saddle with one fluid motion, his new sword simmering at his side.
Farewell, Smith. Whether my fortune be foul or fair, we'll never cross paths again. I wish you good health and better luck than I.
That's the absolute bastard. I spent 29 steel on this fucking sword. Okay. Level 12. Ooh. Okay. Organized mind. I think we're going to do that just for one permanent extra on that. Ooh. So I've unlocked. So salvaging mastery. Advanced polishing. Okay. Bookkeeping. Increases knowledge by 1. Daily upkeep reduced by 10%. Strong hands. Another 1 up. Increases toughness by 1. Advanced blade sharpening. Unlocks the ability narrow grind. Unlocks the ability flamboyance. Ooh. I think this is what we get next. Practical mastery. Commissions with a focus on function pay 10% better. Aesthetic. Commissions on okay, so this is what we do next. Advanced blade shaping. And then I think we start taking some of these. Oh, so this and advanced polishing. And then we'll go up into these guys. And then we'll hit the rest of them. Okay. Let's do some salvage. I get a bunch of steel back. We're back up to 43, so that's good. We'll end the day. I now have enough to bribe the guards at the gate if I want. We're not there yet. Let's go back to the den. Bum 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 bum. Carolinus is nowhere to be seen. His table is occupied by a grizzled older woman whose right arm ends at the elbow. Her sleeve is tied in a knot around the stump. Let's talk to her. She's slurping in a bowl of watery stew. When you sit with her, she greets you with a leering smile. See anything you like? In addition to her missing arm and other scars, you notice she has a fresh head wound wrapped in cloth bandages. Blood is seeped through the material. Are you okay? She smiles at you, and the heavy scarring on her face becomes apparent. None of that pity. I'm a tough old bird who can look after herself. I worked 10 years in the Farms mine, so I did. This is just a little bump I got from a guard. I was a bit slow getting out of the way of the royal carriage. I've had worse in my time, believe me. No need for any help from a whippersnapper like you, unless you want to buy me a drink and get to know me better. Have a drink. Flip a few coins to the barkeep. Skelda hums with contentment as a tankard of foamy ale is placed before her. Thank ye kindly. Old Skelda will remember you in her prayers tonight. You still pray? There are many who still pray. Though the voices no longer answer, we believe they can hear us. The so-called sundering, it's a test, a judgment upon the doubting and ungrateful. The voices will return, and when they do, they'll reward those who held their faith. How did you end up in the far mines? I ran a little flower shop back in the days we were allowed to waste good soil on growing flowers instead of food. After the Masked King raised his taxes, most prudently, of course, even though I didn't see that at the time, I thought I could get away with not paying my fair share. I was wrong. He sees everything. I was rewarded with a decade of heavy toil in the darkness to think about my mistake. I've made my peace with the past, but don't make my mistake. Abide by the laws of the keep and stay out of the mines. Part of you stays there forever. You seen a balding man? He usually sits here. No one at this table but old Skelda sitting here on her lonesome until you came along. Leave her be. Sound of her contented slurping seems to follow you as you leave her table. Cool. What's up with the crows tonight? As you near the bar, you realize that these aren't the same crows you've spoken to in the past. They're a new set of grizzled faces with different scars and similar attitudes. Or perhaps even worse attitudes. One of them snarls and threatens to cut off your ears if you take another step closer. You back away, wondering if Hawk, Charmer, and Jags are still escorting Carolinas through the wasteland and what's become of them. Okay. Let's go to the bar. I'll have a stew. I'll have the lumpy stew. We'll step away from the bar for the night. Okay. Interesting. Good morning, everybody. I feed Clodo, pet the boy. Back to work. Okay, so we got almost 400 thalers. Let's look at... Let's go talk to the Huntress. See if she is anything new. Riots on the streets of Aaron Keep? Can't say I'm surprised. The people can sense their time is short. Desperation turns to rage in an instant. Oxblood. Cool. I'm curious about this. We should buy this and see if we can give it to Caswin. Hey Caswin. How's your ear? Huh. Oh, I can just consume it. Huh. Interesting. I still have a little bit more money to play with. Let's talk to Tuvain.
Oh, it's you. Come in and shut the damn door. You're letting out the warmth.
Ooh. New books. Hollow, curled, gnarled, torted. Blocks. Connector. End cap. Scrap peddler. You got anything new for me, buddy? Yeah, let's roll the dice on whatever this is. Buy a couple more while I'm here. What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
27 thalers. We got half our money back. That's something. Oscar? Could you possibly have anything for me?
You hear about the Sentinel riots? Ungrateful swine, the lot of them. The Masked King keeps them safe, and this is how they repay his majesty?
You only push people so far.
What, by giving them a bed to sleep in, a roof over their heads? A masked king is a damn sight better than life outside the walls.
Nothing new for me. Okay. Let's look at Quell and Evor. What do you got today? Nothing new? Alright. And Evor, I bought both of your books, so maybe you have something new.
Riots in the streets, eh? Reminds me of the old days.
Ooh, you do. End caps, attachments, a Keon. A bunch of Keon blocks. Or 2 Keon blocks and 14 more question marks. I want more hilts, damn it. We'll just hold off for now. We know that he's got some, new stuff. Let's see here. I got 12 to play with. I could do a 5 and a 7. Tobias. Or 5 and a 5. I could do. Decent pay, a lot of materials. Solid young man enters your forge. His fate was set with determination. Next week I'm leaving the city. I'll be guarding the lumber camps out on the skirts of Bleakwoods. It's good pay if you survive. If I'm to live to collect my wage, I'll need a good blade by my side. Okay. So that's Lincoln. Willem. A practical fellow, Smith, with practical needs. Make me a sword, plain and simple and sharp. Okay, we'll do Willem first. And then we'll do Lincoln. You know, it's a balanced sword, huh? Okay, balance is set up by weight and hilt. Do-do-do-do-do. And then let's taper the width a little bit. And then he wants a narrow point. Okay. Cross section. Speed is going to be... We're going to need a longer handle. And he wants a two-handed anyway, so that's good. Let's see if we can't give him some fullers to help with the weight. Yeah. And then some polish. Maybe like 75. Yeah. Okay. Like this. He wants a longer grip. Balance. We need some more weight. So maybe... Oh, that's too much. Like this. There we go. That's not a bad sword. That's not a bad sword at all, Alright. We'll call this the Guard's Mercy. There you go. A very practical blade indeed, Smith. I expect I can do some mischief with this, so I can. Okay. Cool. And Lincoln. Oh, this is the guy that's going to the camp. Uh-oh. Oops. Okay, blade length, very sharp, regular point. That's easy enough. Okay, bump, bump, bump. Okay, let's make it wider. And then taper the width. And then taper the thickness. Okay, and then cross section. And then you want a regular point on it. One more. There we go. Okay. Let's give you... some fullers. An offset. Oop, that's the wrong direction. There we go. And then let's polish this bad boy. Nice and shiny. Okay. Very cool. Bup. Let's give it one of these. And I got nice and shiny. Yeah. And then one-handed grip. Yeah. And then a little cap on it. Like that. And then I need some leather, eh? A bit of leather. A blue leather. Alright. Alright. I'll call this the Watcher's Protection. There you go, Lincoln. Aye. Abe Lincoln. Did you just say Abe Lincoln? No, man. I said, hey, Lincoln. Hold the reins, man. Who's texting me now? Okay. Let's scrap some of this and some of this. Okay. Cool beans. Well, it's not a bad day. In the day, got some money. Well, easy come, easy go. I want to do this yet? I don't know. I don't know. Citadel Square, the orphanage, the tannery, the lost city, and the camp. Let's just stay in the forge and go to the next day. Yeah, pet the boy, feed the boy, back to work. 399. Ooh, we got one for the crows. 54. How far away are we? That's not gonna be enough. It'll get us closer. Dallion for 10. No, I'm not doing one for you. You're a criminal. Let's do one for you. Kalia wants a new sword. And okay. What's a narrow point? Um, um, that's not the one I wanted. Go like that. Yeah, maybe not. And then one of these. There we go. And then one of these. I should polish it. Sorry if I'm a little distracted. I just got some really annoying text from a family member that doesn't seem to understand how to be a people. So, just, you know, another day in the life. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. What is this? Maybe like some end caps or something on it. No. No peens either. How much leather do I have? I can use up some leather. There you go, Kalia. Okay. Let's salvage some stuff. We got 26 steel back and 6 leather. We'll end the day. We're up to 504. Let's go back to the outer gate, see if we can't make this happen. And then, I don't know. Knock on the door of the gatehouse.
Gate's closed.
I'd like to examine your records. None of your business. Let me in.
My gate, my business. You're not going to explain yourself? You can piss off. Who sent you?
You dare to question me? I'm here by direct order of the marshal. Guard hesitates, but doesn't step aside.
Prove it.
I don't have enough toughness. Let's try this. Flash your worker's permit quickly.
Guard scowls. You think I'm a fool? That's not what a decree from the marshal looks like. Get out of here.
What if I did something for you in return?
Well, you offer me a bribe. I could arrest you for that.
Just a favor. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Looks you up and down. A look of calculated malice replaces a bored scowl.
Actually, there is something you can do for me.
Rubs in his cloak, finally pulling out a small stoppered vial.
You know the Den, the dingy tavern beloved by the worst scum of the keep. You go there of an evening, you're bound to spot 2 guards sitting at one of those grubby tables, playing Hand of Fate. They're almost there every night, degenerates that they are. One of them is called Alistair. He's a slim fellow. Just slip this potion into his drink without him noticing. That's all I ask.
You want me to poison a man? I'm no assassin.
It's not poison, it's a sleeping draught. It'll just make him slumber like a log. Manning the gates is the worst job on the watch. Patrolling the streets is the cushiest. Fowler oversleeps and misses his shift. I can take his place, and I'll be the one standing at the outer gate bashing skulls in every day. But make sure you dose his drink, not the other fellow's, the big one. Thorough is a 15-year veteran. There's no way they'd pull him off patrol just for missing a single shift.
Why don't you do it?
I don't want to get caught, do I? And if you do it, I'll have the perfect alibi. I was here at the gate all day.
I'm gonna see if I can maybe get my toughness up. And do this. Okay, so we got a corrupt guard who's corrupt as shit, who will take a payoff if you have enough money, who also wants to potentially poison another guard in exchange just to look through the records. I mean, I don't want to... Like, that one guard at the tavern, he's kind of a jerk. He's not really a jerk, he's just not the most agreeable kind. But he seemed like a nice guy. I'm not willing to fuck up his life just to help out the Magisterium. I think we'll do one more day, and then we might just call that a stream. I'm a little tilted now by those texts. Ezek. 2 from Ezek. Jamja. Lost the sword. Jockus. Wants to murder somebody, and he's willing to hand me gold. This guy just wants a sword. Short and fast. We can do Andre and Jockus. Sure. Let's do that. Okay, let's widen this bad boy out, and we can make him really sharp. 2 centimeters here. Taper the thickness. Okay. Can we do it again? Oh, we can. Cool. Okay. Cross section. And then there we go. And then we want a narrow point on it. It'll become down here more. Okay. And let's polish it up. There we go. No. do you? Yeah. And he wants it one-handed. And we'll give him a cap. And he wants some leather on it. Oh, there we go. We'll call this the Jockus Jam. There you go. Okay. Do the one for Andres. He wants a sword. Doesn't give a shit much about it. Okay. Does the music not come back after the first sword that you make? Huh. Thickness. We want this one to be pretty thin, actually, because apparently needs to be fairly fast. Light and has little mass near the point. Okay. So make it thin. Then let's taper the width a bit. And then it wants a regular point on it. And then we do cross section. There we go. Nice and sharp. And let's polish it. Okay. Let's do just a key on block. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Crestinayo? No. Could do the bat. No. Horn Ridge? No. Hex. Let's do that guy. And one-handed, huh? Mild, taper on a diamond. And just a fallen cloud for the end cap. Not too bad. It's a shabby, pointy boy. It'll be not too shabby. There you go, Andres. Da-na-na. Okay. 644 bucks. And the day. I guess we'll just bribe him and just get it over with. We're gonna keep up the lie that we came from the marshal. Because I hate that guy. $250 thalers. Take it or leave it.
Songs in. For that much, I'll shine your shoes, too.
Counts the coins with naked greed in his eyes. Then, with a glance up and down the street, he ushers you in. He leads you through the gatehouse, up past the barracks, and into a dimly lit storeroom filled with ledgers dating back years. They're not sorted by any sane indexing system.
Good luck finding anything in that mess.
He leads you to it. Search through the gatehouse records. You start rifling through the ledgers. Many are water damaged, some gnawed by rats. Stacks totter precariously on rough wooden shelves. Immigration records mix freely with grain counts, patrol logs, and disciplinary reports. Search for the Oraline dagger. You search through the records of weapons checked at the gatehouse. After hours of pouring through ink-splotched papers, you find a record of an Oraline dagger that matches the one you saw. A few months ago, the dagger was recorded in possession of a woman named Althea Sinair, who entered the keep in company of a scholar named Gelthus Moyer. Leave the gatehouse. Okay. So we got another day out of the way. I think I'm about tapped out for stream. We'll pet the dog once more. Because he's a good boy. Good boys deserve pets. We'll save the game. And we'll call it there. I'm sorry this was a shorter stream and it was earlier than usual. I got a little bummed out there towards the end because people don't know how to talk with other people like human beings in my family. But I hope you all are having a good day, that you have a good weekend. I'm not going to stream tomorrow because we don't stream on Fridays because of my other obligations that I have. But we do have a Discord now. If there's any clips you'd like to share or any pictures of your pets or any food that you made recently that you'd like to show off, go ahead and do so. We've got some channels over there. It's free to join the Discord. You don't have to be a subscriber or even a follower or anything like that. Love to see you there. Just keep your actions appropriate to what you do. As always, I try and back up the VODs over on youtube.com/@3voltiki. If you want to catch up on anything, you don't want to watch it here on Twitch. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you all have a good day, and